Hey, how's it going, guys? LCD Neffy here today, and today I have for you a Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies tier list. So for this, I didn't want to do zombies maps that weren't made by Treyarch because, truth be told, I haven't really played them a lot, and they're not really as good as the Treyarch series. And also, after my last COD tier list that just focused on the game as a whole, I kind of wanted to, let's do zombies maps. I played a lot of zombies through my time. Not the best zombies player, but I played a lot of zombies. So I want to kind of give my opinion on these maps, where I'd rank them in a tier list. And we have 5 tiers. God, great, okay, bad, worse. Maybe that should be worst, but we'll keep it as it is. I'm going to rank all of them. In here, we have Dead Ops Arcade 1, Dead Ops Arcade 2. I'm not going to be ranking them two, so I'm going to move them to the bottom. I'm not ranking them two. I'm also not going to be ranking any of the Zombies BO3 Zombie Chronicle maps, because I'll just be ranking them twice, but I'll be ranking them for 2 different games. Truth be told, most of them play better on their original games. Also, the World at War maps, I never played any of the World at War maps on World War 1. I played them all on Black Ops 1. But we're still going to go with it. Because I'm pretty sure they played nearly all ultra similarly. I just think the weapons are slightly different. Obviously that's the same goes, but I'm going to still rank these. Right now in this tier list. So let's get started. We are going to go in chronological order because it's set up like that, so we may as well do it. First off, Nakda and Toten. Now look, this is a basic map. The first map made, you only have, well, I think on the Black Ops 1 you do get 2 perks, right? Because you get Mule Kick. So it's 1 perk really. It's a start. But the small map is very hard to play. Never really had fun on it. Don't come at me for this. I am putting it in worst. But that's because I kind of want the tier list to have some balance. If I look at this from an objective point of view, it is one of the worst maps. Next we have Verrucht. Things open up more. You get more perks. Like Juggernog, Speed Cola. This map's kind of hard though, and it is slightly annoying. It's not my favourite map. Is it an improvement from Nakda and Toten? I'm not too sure. So we are gonna put it. Do I put it in worse or bad though? I'm probably gonna put it in. New perks, I'll say it just puts it in bad, just for the fact of that. Shino Numa, now this is a pretty good map. This, I believe this introduced the Wonderwaff, or was that introduced in Darius? I'm not too sure on that one. But I'm pretty sure it was in World at War, Shino Numa. Shino Numa, it's a hard one to rank, the swampy, I like the whole atmosphere. The swamps aren't great in it, so I'm probably going to say bad. Here we have one of the best maps of all time. The first map that introduced Pack-a-Punch. Obviously, you have a system that implemented Pack-a-Punch, and you have to do the little teleporters to link them up to the Pack-a-Punch machine at spawn. This map's just set out greatly. This is one of the best maps. Camping on the catwalk, high rounds with the ray gun. This was one of the best maps, man. I really enjoyed this map. The Reese, one of my more favourite maps. Yeah, I love this map. So it's got to go in God for me as well, because it was the first Pack-a-Punch map. Next, we have Kino der Toten. This was another great map, man. I really enjoyed playing Kino, online with friends, or with randoms even. Such a fun map to play. Also, teleporting to Pack-a-Punch. I love this map. Objectively, just running around on the stage was fun. You also have, like, the Nova Crawlers. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this was a great map. I'm actually going to put this in God as well. But we'll see. We might reassess. But I love Kino der Toten. one of my favourite maps of all time on COD. Next we have 5. And there's very obvious annoyances with 5. One being the doctor that steals your guns if he gets hold of it. But 5 was not a bad map. Obviously, you go back to Area 51 to pack a punch. No, you go to the president, like, room to pack a punch in 5. That's classified. But you start at Area 51. Yeah, and then you can get the perk there, which is nice little add-on. But 5, I really didn't like it that much at the time. This is another... it did have the Winter's Howl. But this is another bad one for me, personally. It's going to have to go into bad. Oh yeah, I've ranked the World at War ones, and here are the... So I'm actually going to remove them. I'm not going to rank the BO1 ones because they also go in to my World at War ones. Next, we have Shangri-La. I didn't really like Shangri-La, and the gun was the... What was the gun? Was it the Baby Maker? I'm just trying to think. I think it was. I'm not too sure. I can't remember the gun, but I remember, like, this was the one who had napalm zombies in. I just didn't like this map personally, and they had, like, awkward traps that you had to get through around them. I didn't like Shangri-La at all, so that's why I didn't really play it that much. Played it a few times, and you had the monkeys that steal your perk as well. They were annoying. You had that on Ascension as well. No, did the monkeys steal your perks or drops? You had monkeys that stole perks on Ascension, but man, Ascension was sick. Thunder gun, you know, looping around, PhD flopper off the stairs, you know, setting the rocket off to get Pack-a-Punch. Yeah, Ascension was another really great map. I'm going to put it in great. It is almost on the same tier with Kino and Darius, but I'm going to put it in great. Ascension was such a good map. Call of the Dead, George Romero coming for you. You know, George Romero coming for you. You going into the cold water. You know, they had the Scavenger, which is a bit of an awkward gun. And, you also had the other guns. They were pretty cool. But it wasn't great, but this could go in great, actually, or okay. And Darius has got to go down here. I'm actually going to put this one in okay. I actually didn't mind Call of Dead. I kind of like the settings it was in. Let me just have a look quickly at the Call of the Dead Wonder Weapons. Yeah, you had the Winter's Howl in this as well. Yeah, I remember that now. No, did you have the Winter's Howl in this? You could get the Wunderwaffe, right? Yeah, the VR11. And that was a weird one. That was a weird one. But I actually kind of like the VR11. Oh yeah, it was the Shrink Ray, the Baby Maker in Shangri-La. I've just checked that out. But I actually really like the VR11. I don't think it was that bad at all. And you know, it's a pretty good addition. But I'm thinking it's gonna go in okay. George was a bit of an annoyance. Actually was pretty good though. It was actually really good. Next, we have Transit. Wow, Transit. This map is one of the worst maps in COD history. It was. You know, it couldn't support. PS3 and Xbox 360 couldn't support how big of a map this was and what they wanted to do with the map. That's why they had to add fog in places. That's why they had to add denizens. So if you ever missed the bus, you were stuck there. Unless you wanted to run to the next place. You know, it had the Avogadro. You know, it had one of the worst wonder weapons in history. A really bad wonder weapon in the jet gun. It was terrible. And, yeah, it altogether is the worst. I liked the location of town. I thought it was a decent location. But, you know, you could just play town on its own, and that was brilliant. So we actually have Bus Depot. Not a lot you could do in Bus Depot usually, so it's going to be worse. I think you could only get box. Diner as well. You could only play there in turned, which you as a zombie, and that wasn't a bad game mode. But we're gonna have. I like the location, but there wasn't a lot there to do. Town, I'm gonna put in great. I really enjoy playing on town. You know, you had the Mustang and Sally equivalent. I don't think it was called Mustang and Sally in BO2, but you actually had Pack-a-Punch on town. You know, it was pretty good. It was pretty good fun to play. You know, you could run loops for days. I like town area. It's a very good map. And we also have farm. Now, farm wasn't that bad, but you didn't have no Pack-a-Punch. You just had box and a few perks. And it's going to have to be put in bad for that reason. Nuketown Zombies. Now, this is going into bad for reasons of the perks dropped in the map, and you could get, like, I think the last one was at, like, 20 or 25, and you could get Juggernog last, and you would literally be destroyed, because the zombies hit you really easily on Black Ops 2. Like, double hit you so easily, and, you know, that just didn't make for good gameplay if that dropped last. Other than that, it's actually not a bad map. I didn't mind playing it. I thought it was quite enjoyable. Next, we have Die Rise. I like this map. I know a lot of people didn't like this map. I'm going to put it in okay. I really like the Wonder Weapon. The Slick Fire was, in my opinion, an amazing Wonder Weapon. You know, you could run trains for it for days. This is actually, before Black Ops 4, this is the map I actually got my highest zombies round on, before Black Ops 4. Now, still not a great round, but it was around in the 40s. Because usually, if I got to like 35, I'd just quit. Because I didn't have the time. I probably didn't have the time to play on after that. But I really like Die Rise. Yeah, that might just be a personal thing. It was annoying sometimes when you jumped off the buildings. Next, we have Mob of the Dead. Now, people consider this one to be one of the greatest maps of all time. But for me, this only goes in great because I wasn't at zombies. I wasn't that good at the Easter eggs at the time, and I used to just play with friends, and we'd barely get anything done because it was all pretty bad. Die Rise is the one I put more time to, but Mob of the Dead was a lot of fun when playing with friends. You obviously had Brutus, but I do prefer Mob of the Dead. I like Alcatraz itself as an island. The setting's very nice, and that's pretty much it. Next we have Buried. Now Buried's okay. Buried I really like though. You go down, you know, the witches were annoying when they hit you and you lost all your points, and you're on your way to do Pack-a-Punch through their mansion and they hit you and they make you lose all your points. It's really annoying. But that is a very good map as well. Origins, see, Origins is another one people consider the greatest map of all time. Origins is only going in okay for me. The reason being, it was very complicated, but the staffs were good. I didn't like the map. I know it's like trenches, but I didn't like the robots. The robots were kind of annoying. I didn't like the Panzer Soldat. That was annoying. I really thought that was that the Panda was just annoying. The Panzer was just annoying on the map. You know, you could barely kill it early rounds, and you die early round when it spawned in. You know, I actually didn't like the trench settings to run zombies. And the generators to get like the Electricon. That's a good concept, but I just didn't enjoy it. Shadow of Evil. Oh no, Origins. Okay. Where did Shadows of Evil go? Oh, here. Shadows of Evil. Right. It's between bad and okay. Because it was very complicated. You had like the 3 regions you'd go to do the challenges to unlock a Pack-a-Punch. And I thought like that was kind of long-winded. And I wasn't a fan of that. But that being said, it's a pretty nice map. It's got one of my favourites. It's kind of crammed. I kind of like more open maps. Is it better than anyone's on here? Yes, it is. So it's going to go in okay. Probably the lower end of okay. Next, we have the Giant, which is pretty much just the Reese, actually. So I don't know. Everything I've said about the Reese, that goes into the Giant as well, obviously. Except from the Giant has different guns. And probably has a few less guns. But the Eisendrache. Now, I love this map. This map's going in God 100%. The bows on this map were amazing. You could run around well. You know, I kind of like the Easter eggs you do to get the bows. You know, Pack-a-Punch is kind of easy to get. I'm not considering Easter eggs of these maps in any of these maps. I'm talking about like gameplay to get like kind of like high rounds, or how I felt personally towards them. And Der Eisendrache I love playing. It's a map that I'll always play. If anyone wants to play zombies, I'll be like, yeah, do you have Der Eisendrache? Yeah, we're playing Der Eisendrache. Yeah, one of the better maps. in my opinion. Next, we have Zetsubo no Shin. I'm not a big fan of this. You had, like, the spiders and stuff. And, you know, you had quite a lot going on with the zombies, but I just wasn't a personal fan of this. Again, another swamp setting. Again, a lot of stuff, you know, kind of complicated. I wasn't a big fan. Now, Gorod Krovi being said, I didn't play a lot of, so that might factor in why it's going to go in okay. But I actually did enjoy this map. I did enjoy it. When I played it, you know, obviously you have the dragon. But I can't really say much else. I just enjoyed it. I thought the map was, you know, decent looking. You know, I thought it was an okay map. Next we have Revelations. No, I didn't like this map. It was a bit of everything. It was a bit weird. I'm going to put it in bad. I just don't know. The map was all over the place in my opinion. I might actually make a few changes right here, right now. I might move Buried up. Yeah, Berry's getting moved up. Yeah, I like that a bit more. Next we have Voyage of Despair. Now, I got a really high round on this map. It wasn't a great map. On the Titanic, you know, you only had a few spots. I'm going to put this in an okay, though. Some of you might not like that, but I found it okay. I got quite high rounds. And, you know, I kind of like the, you know, like the Kraken gun you got. And then, like, you could upgrade it with different versions. I kind of like that. IX is actually a great map. One of the most simplest maps. Obviously, to get the Pack-a-Punch, you have to do a certain few things. But, you know, I really, really enjoyed what you had to do just to get Pack-a-Punch. And then, you know, this map was great. I really enjoyed this map. And it had a decent wonder weapon as well. What was the wonder weapon? I forgot. I forgot what the wonder weapon was on this map. Oh no, you had the it was like a scorpion. It was like a scorpion and it like shot something. And then like it could hit the whole horde of zombies and like pass along. And also I like the 4 areas for like your perks. Because you could, in Black Ops 4 you could select your own perks out of 10. You could select 4 out of 10. I kinda like all the 4 areas. I really enjoyed that about this map. Next we have Blood of the Dead. It's like Mob of the Dead, but you know, you have a bit more areas. You have like the spawn area. I think it's kind of worse than Mob of the Dead. But I did like it as well. But it's worse. So it's going to go in okay. There, that's all. Classified is like 5 again, but with a bit more areas. Like you could go to area 51 to Pack-a-Punch. I actually like Classified more than 5. I'm going to put this in okay as well. Which had a new bit in the spawn area of like... Yeah, I liked it more. Next I have Dead of the Night. Now this one was weird. I don't know, I got to a high round on this one, but this one was weird. This one's going to go in okay as well. Looking at the other 3, I might have to move one up from okay. Ancient Evil. This wasn't bad, but again... It wasn't my favourite, okay. Alpha Omega, Nuketown, but with more things, okay. Very unoriginal. That's why I'm putting like all of these in okay. Tag the Tone, again, like Call of the Dead. So I'm putting it in okay. Alpha Omega is quite good, but it's only okay. Tag the Tone. Yeah, I think Call of the Dead's better than Tag the Tone, so I'm going to put Call of the Dead up. Do I put Die Rise up? Yeah, I'm going to put Die Rise up. Personal opinion, obviously. Yeah, that's pretty much the tier list. As I said, I'm not doing any remakes of map. I am doing Classified because it is different. Something had changed. That's the reason why I'm doing Classified. But everything else, yeah, everything else can stay the same. I think this is a good tier list for me, in my personal opinion, on Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies. Obviously, not including Cold War, which has just came out, because I haven't played it yet. But everything else that isn't repeated, as you can see down here, and that is not Dead Ups Arcade, I've ranked. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this ranking. What would you change? What did you agree with? You know, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop it a like. If you're new around here, make sure you drop a subscription. You know, I really appreciate it. Check out my Twitter and my Twitch in the description below. And, I'll see you, Neffy, and I'm out.